Good afternoon, everybody. We are out here at Spire Park. Beautiful behind me. We've got the water flowing. It's a great day. I'm going to come at you with the verse of the day. And the verse of the day is 1 Peter 3:9, which reads as such. Don't repay evil for evil. Don't retaliate with insults when people insult you. Instead, pay them back with a blessing. That is what God called you to do, and He will grant you His blessing. So, I want to go back to the Sermon on the Mount. And so you've heard it say, now these are, the next thing I'm about to read is red letters, okay, which is Matthew chapter 5, verse 38 through 42. So, you've heard it say, you've heard the law that says the punishment must match the injury, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I say, do not resist an evil person. If someone slaps you on the right cheek, offer the other cheek also. If you are sued in court and your shirt is taken from you, give your coat too. If a soldier demands that you carry his gear for a mile, carry it 2 miles. Give to those who ask, and don't turn away from those who want to borrow. You have heard the law that says, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say, love your enemies. Pray for those who persecute you. I kind of jumped ahead on my notes a little bit. We are all called not to seek revenge. And pray for those that persecute you. Again, that is Matthew 5:44. And we've already read Matthew 5:43. So we're going to go again, Matthew 5:43 through 48. You've heard that the law says, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say, love your enemies. Pray for those who persecute you. In that way, you will be acting as true children of your Father in heaven. But He gives His sunlight to both evil and the good, and He sends the rain on the just and the unjust alike. And if you love only those that love you, what reward is there for that? Even corrupt tax collectors do that much. If you are kind only to your friends, how are you different from anyone else? Even pagans do that. But you are to be perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. So, going back to the verse of the day, which is 1 Peter 3:9. In my Bible, it's titled All Christians. So from 1 Peter 3:8 all the way down to 1 Peter 3:12, this passage is titled All Christians. So this is Peter writing to Christians that are suffering for faith to encourage them to stand firm in Christ. We see that Peter draws back to the first well-documented teaching of Jesus, which is the Sermon on the Mount. Love your enemies and pray for them. Jesus says that in Matthew 5:21-22. Jesus also says in Matthew 5:21 through 22 this. You have heard that our ancestors were told, you must not murder. If you commit murder, you are subject to judgment. But I say, if you are even angry with someone, you are subject to judgment. If you call someone an idiot, you are in danger of being brought before the court. And if you curse someone, you are in danger of the fires of hell. So Jesus is saying, even if you are angry in your heart, you have committed murder. Hate has no place in the heart of a believer. So we see again that that Peter draws back to the teachings of Jesus and the Sermon on the Mount. We are called not to hate. We are called to love. And not just love our family. We are called to love our enemies. That is the message for the day. I want to thank you guys for your time. I want to thank you guys that have stayed. I know this is a tad bit longer than what these normally are. But again, y'all need Jesus. But it's okay, because I need Jesus too. And in fact, we all need Jesus. Looking forward to when we can join each other again. Thank you very much. Enjoy this beautiful background and this beautiful day. Peace be with you all.